Have you ever felt like you're just scrolling your life away? Like hours go by and you're glued to your phone, and at the end of the day, you don't really have anything to show for it because, same. I used to be such a creative person growing up. I had so many hobbies: painting, baking, sewing, reading, writing. I was always making something. I always loved being busy with my hands. But life got busier with school and all these extra responsibilities. And we all just grew up and everything just happened in between. And I slowly stopped doing the things I loved. The only thing I can say I still do is read, but I don't even read as much as I used to. Before, I used to read a book in 1 to 3 days. Now it takes me so long to finish a book. And the only time that I actually get to be creative is if I'm painting for someone else as like a gift, or like when I do my monthly bullet journal spreads. That's the only time I'm actually being creative. Everyone talking about how they wanna get a screen detox and basically take a break from social media and start romanticizing life again. I decided to also try and get back into it. And I feel like one of the best ways to romanticize life and to make things better and just start having fun in life is to have a hobby, have something that you love doing. Because I feel like we forgot to love. All of us are loving, but we don't have a life. We don't do things that we love anymore. For the next week, I'm dedicating each day to a different hobby that I used to love, just to reconnect with it and hopefully inspire you guys to also get in touch with your inner child or start being creative and maybe unlock something with you and create a life that feels more meaningful and a little less digital. So I'm already in my painting clothes. I have dedicated painting clothes because, as you can see, we are messed with paint. So for today, I basically have these set of plastic drawers that I'm going to repaint. So I had 6 before, and basically whatever was in these chest of drawers were in those drawers. But then when I got these, I got rid of these and gave it to my brother, and he also had a set of his own. And when I did have it, I did paint on a few of them, but at that time I was a child and they never come out the best. My brother just gave me any random ones that he emptied out. And so I have all of like my art hobbies supply things here. It's absolutely disgusting and chaotic. Every time I have to look for something, I either just dig through everything or I have to empty out everything and put it back. And I feel like that's not very effective. So I'm gonna hopefully try to organize them and let everything fit into these drawers. But I want to decorate it, so I'm gonna paint it. And then also I feel like my love language for people is like making things for them, whether it's baking or like gifts or stuff like that. And so I want to make like these paintings for my friends. They don't know I'm doing it. It's just going to be a surprise. However, this video will only get posted after I give it to them. And so I'm gonna do that. And then also when my brother was emptying out the drawers, he found this frame. So I'm also just gonna repaint this frame so that it looks like it fits into my room basically. So I added base layers of paint with a white acrylic paint and a sponge because I felt like that gave it the most amount of evenness. So I done this on all 3 drawers. So my vision for the drawers were pink, girly, and coquette. So the one was going to be polka dot, the one was going to be gingham, and one was going to be cherry. And then I also done the same thing with the flame. And then I also always prep my canvases before I put any paint on them. So I done the same thing where I added a white layer of base coat white paint so that I could paint on top of that. Once that was dry, I finally added in my background color. So three canvases were going to be pink and one was going to be blue. So I wanted a really light pink because I didn't want the background to overpower the lily painting itself, and I wanted the lilies to be really visible, especially because it was the first time I was actually using oil paint, so I wasn't sure how it would show up. So I done this for all of them, including the blue one, except I used blue paint for that specific one. So guys, it's 3 in the morning. Anyways, let me show you everything so far. So we already saw the drone. I used some of the extra paint for that part. And here's the gingham one, which I might make darker vertical stripes. The cherry one. There is the blue lily painting. Then over here we have this burgundy frame which just got mixed with water when I was trying to clean up everything. There's 1, 2, and 3 pink lily ones. So yeah, I can say I spent almost 12 hours with breaks, obviously, doing this to get my hands. And yeah, obviously, this was not my plan. I thought I'd be done earlier and it wouldn't be as time consuming, but I'm happy with the finished product. But it kept me away from my phone and it made me use my hands and use my brain and let me get creative. And the funny thing is, I probably would have spent the same amount of time on my phone. I'm still like trying to sleep earlier, but it's not like I'm staying up all night anymore. But once upon a time, I would be staying up all night on my phone. Instead, I was staying up doing something creative that I love. So I hope that I can continue to paint moderately and balance my life, and maybe not spend like so many hours doing it, staying out the whole night. But I hope this inspired you guys to start painting. So guys, it's the next day. Here are all my paintings. It took me forever to clean these brushes. You could see how soapy my basin is because of the oil paint. And here is everything. The drawers and then the 2 other drawers with the frame. So I'm just gonna move everything so that it can get cleaned properly all year. And because I woke up so late today, because I slept so late last night, today is gonna be a more chill day. So I'm gonna work out. But guys, look at my hands also. I don't know why I do my hands and I'm like this every time I paint. So I just browned the butter for the pancakes because I'm making brown butter chocolate chip pancakes. However, I did half the recipe because I didn't want that many, and this is the first time I'm trying it out. Okay, so the batter needs to set for a bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna brown the butter for the brownies and the chocolate brownie cookies. I just finished make the brownies, so I'm putting that in now. And then it's time to make the pancakes. So on Friday is when I was supposed to put the Arabic on those paintings I made, and I was supposed to basically finish any sewing projects that I've been putting off. But on Friday at the gym, I think I picked up too much weight and I hurt my shoulder. I pulled a muscle or something. So the whole day it was like really sore. Like I couldn't even lift my arm up. So it was like impossible for me to do the sewing or painting or anything like that because it's my right arm. And then also on Wednesday when I burned myself, it was only like so like burning when I initially got burned, and then after that it was fine. I wasn't feeling pain. The whole of Thursday I was even fine, but on Friday it like started like burning, and like if I moved my hand too much, I feel like basically like the skin around it was like pulling. So like I just couldn't do anything the whole of Friday. And then on Saturday I had no lights. And during the day I was busy helping my sister with one of her assignments. So I only had time to do it towards the evening, but then there was no lights, so obviously I couldn't do it. And also like it was really cold on Saturday. Like it was so cold, there was like fog everywhere, and I just couldn't even leave my bed because of how cold it was. And my room is like the coldest in the house, so I couldn't do anything. And then yesterday I was out the whole day, like from 7 o'clock I was out, and I came back around 4. And I was so tired yesterday that after Maghrib I put on these disposable eye patches and I literally fell asleep with them on. I don't even know what happened. I found one. I don't know what happened to the other one. So today I'm going to do the paintings finish, and I'm going to do the sewing stuff finish also. Hopefully it won't take that long. So the next thing I'm going to do is finish up the skirt that I made out of my Dada's old pants. So right now I'm just making it neater by stitching up the seams. I already done this one side over here so that it doesn't fray. So I done this one side and I'm gonna do this side. The reason why I've been procrastinating it was because I wasn't able to get the cotton through the needle. But it turns out that it was polyester and it kept on fraying and the needle was too small. So I got this proper cotton instead with a bigger needle. And I'm just going to finish up this side. And then I have to do both of these sides and I'm going to turn it into a skirt. There'll be a more detailed explanation on my TikTok. So there were other sewing projects that I had to do, but this video is already quite long. So I decided not to air it in. And originally the footage that I had was almost 3 hours long, and so I was able to trim a lot of it down to less than 20 minutes. And if you want more in detailed stuff with regards to the drawers, I'll be posting them on my TikTok in a while.